Welcome back to the Barrel Talk Podcast. This is episode 119. Joining with Connor Carson's Isaac Stonemeyer. How we doing?
Yo.
Doing great. On break, gets to just relax, not have to worry about school for another 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Just working at the Cracker Barrel.
Back on the basketball grind.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Tell everybody what you just threw bread on.
Oh, what's the date today? Today like the 22nd?
Today is the 21st.
21st. So as of right now, the Pistons have 2 wins. Or 2-15. Or 2-25.
Yep.
Tonight they do it. Tonight they get their third win. I got a $100 free bet from FanDuel. We took the money line. It's time. It is time.
I took the spread. I think the 2 points.
I think
they cover.
if they win, fuck, it better be more than 2.
Well, Keontae George,
Lauri Markkanen, Jordan Clarkson,
THT are all
4
out
starters
for
that
the
are
Jazz. So, and the Pistons, Kate just dropped 43 against the Hawks a couple days ago.
They have their starting lineup is like, oh god, it's like Walker Kessler, Colin Sexton, John Collins, and then I have no idea who the other 2 people are.
That might be enough.
I don't know.
That might be enough.
Walker Kessler is good at blocking shots.
Better have like fucking 50 points tonight. And Bogdanovich, they better start his ass. Get him in there. He's the only one I care. I can trust.
He's their best player.
Yeah, I know.
There's moments where I'm like, what is he doing? Just rotting away in the Pistons. Free this man.
No.
He was hooping against the Sixers.
That's the move for tonight. The Pistons money line.
Also, I have faith in the Anthony Edwards over 25.5.
Ooh,
especially against the Lakers.
Lakers suck.
The Lakers, yeah, and no LeBron, so someone's got to put on a show.
Ain't won a game since they won the championship.
No, they won one.
They won one.
Yeah, they're 1-4 though.
Jesus.
Yeah, so it's not great.
I watched them get torn apart last night by the Bulls.
Yeah. Well,
Pacers have also been shit.
Yeah.
Since the finals of the tournament.
There's an argument to be made that they're tired. They had to play an extra game. So,
Jesus.
But
get out of here.
I'm not saying I'm making that argument. I'm just saying people were, specifically Lakers fans, were trying to argue that. And I don't know. I think they just don't think they're very good. I mean, they're obviously they're going to have to win the tournament, but I think
the Lakers
a lot of that
are just
came
confusing.
to matchups too.
Mm-hmm. The Lakers have always been confusing. It's just like, who's going to show up and who's not? Basically, what game are you going to get from AD? Maybe. Like, you're going to get GOAT AD or shit AD.
Alternating days, right?
Yep, and then LeBron wants to not play. And then D'Lo just sucks.
Straight up.
And then Austin Reeves has been super mid. Like, I don't know. It's just weird.
And then Lakers fans on Twitter are like, if we package Rui and D'Lo we can get Zach LaVine. Like, no. That's not how that works.
I don't think that's going to get you Zach LaVine.
That's not how that works. But let's hop into it, Corey.
First thing, gotta talk about your man's possibly on this path of going back to back right now. It's tough because I kind of had this mindset with Jokic when he was a 6th seed, and then they gave him the MVP, and then he's the 1 seed playing up the same stats if not better. Then you're like, well, how are we not going to give him to him again? Like Joel Embiid won it last year. Now you could argue the team's even playing better with him putting up better numbers. And it's like, how do you not give it to him? And they did a straw thing, and he won the MVP as of right now.
Pretty handily, I think. He had a 40 or 35 vote gap between 1 and 2. 2 was
Embiid?
Yeah, they did an ESPN kind of thing, and Jokic was 2. But
I assume he's going to go back to back.
It's early. It's still early.
Yeah, we're not even at the All-Star break.
Yeah. But he's improved in every facet of his game. Defensively, he's a legit Defensive Player of the Year candidate. He's the one. I mean, obviously his playoff performance is a whole other thing. But one knock on his play style was his playmaking. He wasn't very good at dissecting double teams and finding the open guy. He has turned that around completely, averaging 6 assists a game. Which for a center, I mean, Jokic is another stratosphere with the 9 he averages, but to average 6 assists and put up 35 points a game, which is also an improvement over last year's scoring title. I mean, it's crazy that he keeps getting better. But then you think, he didn't start playing basketball until he was 16.
Yeah.
So he's still
Cameroon.
He's still figuring it out.
So, let me name off these stats. So out of his last 8, they've only lost 1. So 7-1.
So the Bulls, Kobe White.
7-1 in the span. So I will say 2 games against Detroit and 2 games against Washington. But
Jesus.
Well, they played
whatever.
the Celtics like twice early. And
Yeah.
But so had 51 against Minnesota, number 1 ranked defense in the league last night. 51, 40, 42, 35, 41, 34, 38, and then he had 50 again.
Yeah, I mean,
That's kind of insane.
I think there's an argument to be made that Joel is the best player in basketball right now. This current moment, December 21st at 7 or 6 p.m., whatever time it is.
I don't hate that.
Like he's just playing at a completely over level. But the fall off is going to be brutal because he's got to come back down to earth at some point.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys have team-wise been playing a lot better.
Yes.
The only thing I have to say about Joel Embiid, I guess not in a negative light, some of this shit ain't even fouls, bro. Like he gets some of these calls.
Foul merchant.
Like
Foul merchant.
The sweep through Karl-Anthony Towns. Like you can't touch him.
Don't put your hands there.
With
you
how,
know that's a foul.
With how physical Joel Embiid can be, you can't be physical with him back.
No.
Yeah, because he's got finesse.
No, Hope just put a shoulder
Like the offensive player always has more like leeway because like the defense can't touch them. So and Joel Embiid uses it like crazily. Like he uses it to his advantage. Like credit, he uses it to his advantage. But like, do I want to see him take 20 free throws a game? Not really.
So you want to see Giannis do that though?
I don't. I don't want to see anybody take that many free throws.
Last night, he was 17 from 18 from the line.
If he's making them, good on you, bro.
He always
if he going
does.
18 for 18, that's almost impressive.
I'm not saying this is a knock on him. Yes, he's using it to his advantage. It's more of a ref thing.
It's just annoying.
It's more of a ref thing, not a him thing. Because if I'm sitting here and there was a clip about it because it was talked about, he had Karl-Anthony Towns on the elbow and he just went up for a normal jump shot and Karl-Anthony Towns did not touch him. Like his hands were here, didn't touch him.
No, it's the video that I
foul.
sent in the group chat where like he tripped him.
Yeah, but he did. Patrick Williams stuck his foot out and he tripped.
I know, but from where he got tripped to where he fell is what people were. He probably got tripped at like the free throw line. He was damn near out of bounds.
When you're 7'2", 300 pounds, you fall differently than other people.
I think he's definitely a flailer. There's like flailers in the league, so he uses it to like him. Like Austin Reeves is a huge fucking flailer, but he does it to so good, and I don't know. He just doesn't miss the free throws, and I don't know. But half of your points being on like free throws.
I mean, man, 18 of 50. It's not half.
It was like 20.
It was 17. You went 17 to 18, and he had 51.
That's still a big chunk of points.
And then even in the 50-point game, he only shot 13. He went 11 for 13 in the other 50-point game he had against the Wizards. It's not a big chunk. It's a good amount of points, but he's making his free throws.
Mm-hmm.
Like, most of these games, he's had multiple games under double-digit free throws, and then he's had games where he's only missed 2.
I mean, this might sound crazy, but just hear me out. There have been very few big men who play the same way Joel Embiid does. He plays almost like a guard. Like there was a video a couple years ago circulating.
Sorry.
I know. I'm doing tricks on it, but like there's a video of him doing like Michael Jordan's moves and Kobe's moves and like emulating them to perfection despite being almost a foot taller. Like he plays very differently than your traditional big man, and you use that to his advantage, but I don't know if I've ever seen hate like this since like Curry or LeBron.
Foul merchant is the funniest thing I've seen on Twitter.
They cannot stand this man. It's like Giannis shoots more free throws, right? Like, what is the hate? Because Giannis misses them. That's why I don't care. And Giannis, his thing, he's so physical. So he just drives to the lane and goes up for a shot. He has no bag. So
Giannis has no bag. That's a thing. He has no bag.
If you
bag man.
foul Giannis softly, he's gonna go through the contact and finish that every time, and it's an and one. So you have to foul him more physically. Versus Embiid, he's shooting a lot of jumpers. He's doing pump fakes and like those moves. He learned how to shoot by watching white people shoot on YouTube. Like he's been quoted as saying that. So it's just,
Joel Embiid ended Danny Green's career.
I mean,
it's disgusting.
He tripped and rolled into a guy on accident. He didn't end anyone's career because Danny Green came back and played with the Sixers. He didn't flop.
He flopped, fell, and then ran into Danny Green, and then now Danny Green's got to put the brace on his leg.
He rolled over. It was unintentional.
Disgusting.
Oh my god!
Should be kicked out of the league.
This guy.
So going back, we're talking about free throws here. Going back from this year the year before that, and the year before that. So 4 years.
Jesus.
So 4 years. 2021, leader in free throws, Joel Embiid.
Yep.
2022, leader in free throws, Joel Embiid.
Oh my God.
2023, leader in free throws. Second, Joel Embiid. First is Giannis. This year, leader in free throws, Joel Embiid.
Yep.
What does that say? Like,
It means don't stop fouling it.
So in the top 3, no, we'll go top 5 this year on free throws alone, attempts, not makes, just attempts. It's Joel Embiid at 1.
I bet there's 4 guards under him.
Joel Embiid at 1. Giannis at 2.
Dame is there too, by the way.
Dame is there. Is at 3. KD at 4. Trae Young at 5.
Yep.
And then it's like Jimmy, Luka, SGA.
So everyone's favorite players. Guys that we love, but for some reason Joel doesn't, and it's a hate crime.
Oh, Joel Embiid has about 4 more attempts than Dame at 3. Him and Giannis are, even like going back looking at the numbers from the past 4 years, like him and Giannis have damn near the exact same attempts.
Right, but Joel Embiid makes them, so they get mad. It's the easiest shot in basketball. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Tell the ref hey, actually that wasn't a foul. Run it back. Let's check it up top.
It's more of a, like I said, not on Joel Embiid at all, but it's more of a ref thing. There is times where you especially just in the game today, you can't he's as big as he is. You has a big. You just can't do shit.
Yeah.
You put your hands up and it's still a foul
because he's a good shooter.
Yeah, I know. It's not that. He can be physical and do whatever he wants.
It's just trying to play defense in general. It's just so much harder nowadays.
You can't be physical with Joel Embiid because it's just going to be a
I think
foul.
it's just sports in general nowadays. I think everything is getting a lot more, there's a lot more rules, a lot more, I shouldn't say lenient on it, but, a lot more hard to, just calling fouls. And, you see it in football, all the penalties that be coming out that are not penalties, all the unnecessary roughness. But, yeah, he's a free throw merchant.
I mean, he's a very good free throw shooter who's exploiting the most efficient shot in basketball. Because Jordan did this. Kobe did this. LeBron does this. The only player who's not, a foul, grifter is Steph Curry. Because every shot he shoots is from 30 feet plus from the basket.
True.
So, it's just, yeah, he is smartly shooting the easiest, most unguarded shot in basketball, and he makes them at an efficient 89% this year. For a center, that's unheard of. Shaq shot just as many, if not more, free throws than him, but he's the most dominant big man of all time. So I don't know. I watch the games, and yeah, there's some of them that are touchy, but every player gets those calls, especially a star player. What do you mean?
LeBron doesn't get those calls.
LeBron gets those calls.
LeBron doesn't get those calls. LeBron's not even top 15 on this list.
Well, he's missed a few games.
No.
Yeah.
No.
If anything, he's played one more than everybody else in the league. LeBron's not even.
He's not playing tonight. You know that he rests every now and then.
Ankle. That's what it says.
With how much LeBron gets to the basket at will, he does not get any of the calls that he probably deserves.
Those Celtics, I know, get their calls. I know that's for sure. So if that's what you're trying to insinuate, the Celtics get their calls.
It's us versus the refs every night.
Oh, please. Number 1 seed in the East. The NBA's most favorite franchise to ever exist. Sure.
It's people were making a big deal that the Warriors beat us. I was like, oh, man. 5 losses now.
I'm just glad it was a good fucking game.
5 losses, no.
I was so happy that we got a good TNT fucking game.
5 losses, we're not even 100%, bro. Y'all don't even feel good about that.
Overtime game, I mean...
I don't know. I hope Joel Embiid goes back-to-back, but...
I think he will.
Truthfully...
I think preseason I had Jokic winning.
And that makes sense.
But I think I'm officially going to change it to Joel Embiid going back-to-back. I saw enough in that Wolves game.
I don't mind. I got no issue with the free throws. I like it. It's, like I said, it's the easiest shot in basketball. So if you want to do something about it, don't put your hands in the cookie jar. Don't do that. That's a foul. Rudy Gobert was crying about a foul, and then the coaches showed him on the tablet. They were like, "No, you fouled him. That's a foul." But who cares about an MVP? I want to see some postseason success. That's really what it boils down to. And they got the team. Tyrese Maxey is
hooping.
He is taking the leap again. So if any year were to be the year, besides 2019, I think this year this could be it. but
It has to be. I mean, this is cool. Like, he would win the second MVP. Like, that's cool. But the narrative will never change around him.
and right now Philly is the 3 seed, I believe, which means that they would potentially avoid Boston until the.
They are the 3 seed.
So they would avoid Boston until the Eastern Conference Finals, which
Run
would
it.
be huge. I just want to see an Eastern Conference Finals appearance. If they lose to Boston, I don't think there's any shame in that. I mean, Boston's a borderline super team. I mean, they are good. Best starting 5 in basketball, no question.
Just blew out the Kings and we didn't have JT.
I don't believe with the best starting 5.
No?
I just think it's just Denver until it's not Denver. I'm talking fit, cohesiveness, like
That Boston team fits
I think we
well,
have
though,
the
man.
best starting 5 like
I think
out of everybody.
net rating.
I'm also to the point where it's just gonna be Denver until it's not Denver. I just think starting like fit wise, they just all like their roles are so.
But you can say that with Boston though. I mean, Drew Holiday, you got your
Drew
point
Holiday
of
doesn't
attack,
give a fuck about offense.
point
He
of
knows
attack
that he doesn't have to
defender
score.
who is just all about us getting everyone involved. Jason Tatum, he's all about scoring. Same thing with Jaylen Brown and their little push offs and little step back threes. And then you got Kristaps Porzingis, who's probably one of the best floor spacers at his position. I mean, they got a squad.
We got robbed of us versus the Nuggets in the finals. We got robbed just because Miami wanted to be cool and go to the finals,
I mean,
just to get ass wiped.
Boston did all they could to improve their team. Got to give them credit for that.
Yeah,
Y'all last year it would have been the same result.
I know, but I
this
think it would have
Boston
been
team loses
definitely
to that Miami
better
team?
games. No, we probably wiped the fuck out of them.
No,
It definitely would have been better games than these Miami Denver games.
I think Boston.
What did Miami get? 1?
they got game 1.
They got
And then
a game.
Denver reverse sweeped them.
I think we probably get 2, maybe 3,
Yeah, Jokic was
maybe
just,
3. That's what I said. I don't know if we win, but I know we maybe get 3.
he was pissed off about not winning MVP. He said he didn't care, all that. He cares. He cared.
Who?
Jokic last
Fuck.
season, MVP. You could tell he
Last year was the pity. Like
Yeah,
you
they had to.
You
give Joel
could have
Embiid
gave
it.
it to Jokic.
you
last
could
year.
have. They were neck and
Three-peat,
neck
God.
all year, and then Jokic fell off, and Embiid picked up at the end of the season, and
But
like
it's to the point like it's beneath the MVP is beneath Jokic now.
Yeah,
Like the
He got his ring.
year
He got his finals
Joel wins it, Jokic bigger and better.
hey, there was a trend. Like
he just wants to go home, man.
I think Giannis went back to back. He didn't win it, and then he won a championship that year. Jokic went back to back.
Yep.
Then he didn't win it. Then he won the ring that year. So Embiid's going to win back to back, and then next season Philly wins a championship. I can live with that. Joel will be like 29 at that point. So
Can't wait
still
for this. I can't wait for this Celtics Denver. Fuck.
Yeah.
Probably.
Derek White corner 3, game 7 with a minute left.
There's just something with
He's so nice.
with y'all two teams. Like there's just like especially not so much Boston but Philly. Like there's just like you guys are gonna play the Knicks in the first round and like knock on wood, Joel Embiid ankle out game 4, and then they go up like 3-1 or something. Like it's just something. There's always something. And with Boston, like
Knicks would play us hard.
Yeah.
Knicks would play us really hard, and
I'll never
especially if
forget.
that was like a first round matchup. Like if we played them, they might take us to 6.
and then God forbid either one of y'all just has to. I don't know what it is with Miami. They just it's playoffs. They play either
We
guys,
might
y'all
sweep
three.
Miami this season.
That's what y'all
Miami-
said last year.
We might
I don't
sweep
know.
them. This year is different.
That's what everybody
It's
says
different.
this every year about Miami. They're not built for it, and then they just go,
But
and then you got to play them in the finals.
what improvements did they make though?
None.
Like they didn't.
I mean, what
They lost stuff, if anything.
But I mean, you got people forget they didn't have Tyler Hero basically that entire run. He got hurt game 1 against Milwaukee.
True.
So Tyler, you're missing 20 to 25.
They beat Milwaukee without Tyler Hero.
Yes.
I forgot.
Tyler Hero broke his hand.
Beat us without Tyler Hero.
Beat the Knicks without Tyler
Beat the
Hero.
Knicks without Tyler Hero.
Oh man,
Went to
Eric
the finals-
Spoelstra, man.
Went to the finals without Tyler Hero.
If you could,
I'm not saying Tyler Hero like it's like.
No, you
LeBron.
get
He's
a,
important to
you
that
get
team,
a
though.
bullshit little Cinderella run from Caleb Martin.
even if he looks stupid, that's stupid.
Oh,
goatee
well, at
he
some
has.
point, at that point, with how their roster was looking, somebody had to.
And then Gabe Vincent.
something.
Look at Gabe Vincent now.
Oh yeah,
Dude
that's
fell
true.
off the face of the
There
earth.
was a
Everybody
fake
goes to
Gabe
the
Vincent
Lakers
run.
and dies.
Fell off the face of the
Everybody
earth.
goes to LA and
Max
dies.
Strus too.
So Max Strus ain't even there anymore. Yeah, like
Max Strus doing his thing in Cleveland. I respect it.
yeah.
But he,
I
he
mean,
was,
with how they played, they weren't gonna have the money to go sign everybody
No.
back.
But they could get fucking Dame. Face ass.
I think the hindsight. I think them having Tyler Hero just healthy is just better than having Gabe Vincent at work.
Well, yeah.
And then you got Duncan Robinson, fucking a person again.
He just shoots threes.
There's 4 teams
3 merchant
that have a 70% win percentage right now. It's the Timberwolves, and then it's Boston, Milwaukee, and Philly. Like those 3 are just always just going to beat each other up.
The Timberwolves need to show me something in the postseason. I'm not going to be high on the Timberwolves till we get to the postseason and they take down someone in the first round.
It's Gobert.
Like, take them down.
I don't trust Gobert in the playoffs. It becomes unplayable.
But then they'll probably get stuck playing, like, the Clippers or something.
No, Clippers are... Well, with how jumped up everything is going to be, like...
Yeah.
Like, Golden State is the 11th seed right now.
Yeah, what is that?
Y'all shit asses.
What is
if
that?
Golden State wins, like, 2 games, like, they're going to be the fucking 6th seed.
You might not win 2 games for the rest of the season, actually.
Right. Like Phoenix is 10. If they win 2 games, they're the...
We should get in it. What we need to talk about Phoenix.
No, before that,
we got a list.
Okay.
We got a list here, man.
We gotta give goes to the Clippers. Gotta give love.
They're back.
Yeah.
9-game win streak.
Yep.
I mean,
we said in that episode when James Harden first got there and they were shit. We said it's early. It's early. They could easily change it around. You've said it like multiple times in the video.
Yeah.
It's like they could change it around. It's like and they have.
So let me rattle off these. I guess will last about 11 games or so. So beat the Kings.
Mm-hmm.
They lost to Golden State. They had Golden State like basically back-to-back like games almost. So
how is Golden State an 11 seed? They beat the Celtics and the Clippers. Like, who are they losing to?
Because
everyone.
We lost like five up.
They lost to the fucking Blazers.
Who just beat the Suns though? What is?
No, we beat the Blazers.
This league?
Did you?
Yeah, we beat the Blazers.
Oh, I know Curry didn't hit a 3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But the last like 11 show games, they beat the Kings, they lose to Golden State, then they beat Golden State, then they beat Denver. I don't know if Denver wasn't fully healthy.
I do, but Jabal wasn't there.
They beat Utah. They beat Portland. They beat the fuck out the Kings again. They beat Golden State. They beat New York. Killed New York. They just got done killing Indiana. They beat Dallas last night. So in their next 2, they got OKC tonight.
No Kawhi.
And then they got Boston on Saturday.
Ooh.
Do y'all know who is currently leading the league in true shooting percentage?
Tyrese Maxey.
It's James Harden.
Oh.
It's James Harden, who he has really, like, turns out he's still a good player.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, obviously the trades worked out for Philly pretty well, but
I think it's worked out both ways.
They have turned it around, and I think, like, what the rule of being, like, an actual contender is you have to be top 10 in offensive rating and top 10 in defensive rating. And right now the Clippers are at 7 for both. So I think legitimately, like, they maybe add a piece or 2 in the trade deadline. They're set. They have a good team.
I wouldn't even touch the roster. Kawhi Leonard hasn't missed a game this year either. This will be his first
miss.
Game miss.
Him being as good as he's been is huge.
And he's doing really good.
And then the one thing I'll say, James Harden, we got to give him his flowers when it's due.
Oh, yeah.
But we've seen this before. We've seen James Harden be in a new situation, everything. The honeymoon phase, like with the Sixers, when the Sixers were just beating on everybody's ass earlier last year.
Beating on the Wizards every game.
Killing everybody. We're seeing it now. It's to the point now, like we said about Philly and Joel Embiid, until it's in the playoffs, it doesn't matter. We know James Harden can hoop. We've always seen James Harden can hoop. Until it gets to the playoffs, what is this team going to be? Because Clippers, like the Sixers and the Celtics in some cases, something always happens. There's always something every year. Somebody gets hurt.
God,
a miss pass, a miss shot, this and that, and then you lose the series. What's going to be this year? Until we see it, I can't say they are a contender in my eyes. I do think they're a contender as of right now.
The West is wide open.
Till it's in the playoffs, I got to see it.
I mean, I know the Nuggets are the favorite, but like the West is wide open for any team to go up and challenge them, I think. And I think it's a little different than Philly because Harden was really being asked to be the closer because Tyrese Maxey wasn't there yet as like a consistent scorer, and Embiid being a big, it's just hard to ask him to close out games scoring wise.
I also don't put that whole Philly in the playoffs on him.
Oh no, it's not all on Harden. No, Embiid played.
I think it's
awful.
Majority on Embiid rather than Harden. Harden gets blamed, but Embiid
Harden had some real stinkers in that series.
He did, but when Joel Embiid's out, he had that game 1 in Boston that they stole, where he exploded. Then you get Joel Embiid back, league MVP, at home.
Game 7, baby.
Game 6.
Or Game 6. No,
Your
Game 7.
MVP puts up a stinker.
Was it Game 7?
I mean,
No, Game 6 where you guys Tatum was shit until the last.
Did we
minute.
win in Philly?
No, you guys won in Game 7.
they won Game 6. In
I'm
Philly,
talking
though,
Game
too.
6. It was in Philly, and Tatum played like shit until like the last 5 minutes.
He hit every single three.
Yeah.
It was, and that was a lot of that was on Harden for not being a good defender. He was playing off. He was letting Tatum shoot. Which, why would you do that?
It's my Tatum bear.
You know he's automatic, especially against the Sixers in clutch moments. So I think Harden deserves a bit more than like. He deserves some legitimate blame for how that series ended up, especially because he was like, "Oh, the ball didn't find my way. Like, oh, it didn't never come back to me."
I put it on Harden
and Doc Rivers.
Embiid, and Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
I put it on those three.
I split it up between those three.
You always got to blame Doc Rivers.
Yes.
Don't matter where you are, blame Doc
He
Rivers.
was so bad in that series. But now having Kawhi and Paul George and even Russ, like those
Russ
are
doing good.
legit closers.
Yeah,
Not so
15,
much
20
Russ,
minutes a game.
but Kawhi
They're just
and
not
Paul
going to
George.
play Russ in the closing minutes.
Why not though? He's
No, you don't need him.
I don't know.
You need him in that third quarter.
Yeah.
When you need somebody
third
to go
quarter
for a
boost.
run, or the
The
second.
end of the third quarter.
what's their closing lineup look like then? Is it
We would have just saw it last
Harden
night.
at the point guard, Norman Powell at the 2, Kawhi, Paul George, or Paul George, Kawhi,
Paul George
whatever
didn't
order.
play last night, so I don't know. Yeah,
And
Paul
then
George, Zubac.
Zubats? Is he your closing?
But if they
Depending
won
on
a
who
minute, it's PJ.
Depending on who they're.
PJ, he hasn't-
He's gonna get moved.
PJ's, yeah, I'm going to move.
he hasn't played in several games. Hey, that's what I like to see.
It's also they can go. It depends on who they play because you can have Zubac out there, or you have Terrence Mann in there.
I forgot about Terrence Mann. I think Terrence Mann started last
And
night.
you go small, but it
Yeah.
depends on who they play.
I feel like I don't like their big. I mean, Tice or Tease. How do you
Oh,
say it?
Tice.
He's been hooping for him.
Celtics legend.
He's been good too.
Celtics
He's a
legend,
good
Daniel
like
Tice.
small ball center. He's what 6'8", 6'9", but
Yeah.
he can really.
He can shoot threes,
facilitate.
too.
He
If you get him in the corner, he might pull one.
He's not like a knockdown guy. But
No.
you don't want to like leave him open.
I mean, their next five, you got OKC, Boston, Charlotte, Memphis, and Miami, and Phoenix.
It's a decent
Up and
little
down
run.
stretch,
Yeah.
but I believe. Of course, it's the Clippers. They're Sixers West, so they're always going to find a way to blow it.
Sixers West.
Yeah, but right now, all signs are pointing to them being a legitimate finals contender.
If they can just stay healthy, that's the
Easier
question.
said than
If
done,
they
though,
just-
man.
So
if
much
they
easier
can
said
just-
than done.
If they can just stay healthy, they'll be fine.
All their stars are over 30, played like thousands of minutes in the NBA, all with a legit injury history. Like, I don't know.
We can flip the script though and go talk about the Phoenix Suns because Suns.
Do we want to talk Suns real quick?
Sure.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? That's what I want to know.
That big three, man.
Why are we losing?
It's the worst injury luck ever. As soon as they get on the court, Bradley Beal turns his ankle out for 2 weeks.
someone feels like not playing. Now the Bradley Beal one, that's like we can't even make fun of him anymore. Like that was the funniest in the group chat was figuring out which one was going to sit out.
It was
But
Bradley
now
Beal.
it's Bradley. That was a pretty nasty.
Who called that? Was that you, Corey?
I think it was Nick.
Nick.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so looking at they're currently 10th. They're 14 and 13. Their last 5 games, they beat Golden State by 3. They lost to the Nets at home.
Yeah.
They lost to the Knicks at home.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson had like 50.
50.
On perfect 3-point shooting.
Uh-huh.
First
They
game
beat-
ever.
They beat Washington by 4, and they just lost to the Blazers last night.
They did lose.
Kevin
to the
Durant had 40.
Yeah.
So looking at their next couple games, you got Sacramento on Friday. You got Dallas on Christmas Day. On Christmas night, that's the light.
That'd be a
night
decent game.
Then you got Houston, who's no pushover. Charlotte, Orlando. Like, it's the problem with having a super team because you've got your roster. You don't have the back end talent. It's like when you don't have all 3 of them, then you're like, fuck. I really need Grayson Allen to give me 10 to 15 tonight.
Right.
I really need Josh Okogie to knock some threes down tonight. But, like, Bradley Beal hasn't been playing in the lineup. Devin Booker's had his injury problems. It's really just been Kevin Durant has the most consistent there throughout the entire thing. Like, this team they're not really a great defensive team.
No, not at all.
If you don't, like, that comes to the point where, like, they understood the risk of getting Bradley Beal instead of filling out the roster around them. If they're not all 3 playing, and they're not all 3 being explosive offensive players, then you're like, they need a point guard. I understand Devin Booker can get assists.
But he's
not a point guard.
No.
I understand he can pass the ball and play make and get assists. They need a true fucking point guard because they make too many turnovers still. They are missing so much.
They got
from
rid of their
ba-
true point guard.
Yes.
He's in Milwaukee now. Cameron Payne.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, dang, what?
Oh, no.
No, but, like, they just... they're relying on too much on guys that aren't and can't produce for them.
Yeah, I mean,
especially with Bradley Beal, and then you got missing Bradley Beal for another fucking 3 weeks, probably even more than that.
I think they said 2 weeks will be reevaluated, which means
So
another
that
week
means-
to ramp up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're gonna be dangerous, but
It's gonna be a meanest 7 seed in NBA history.
yeah, they're gonna be like they're a team that plays Minnesota in the first round
Yeah,
and beats
it beats
Minnesota
them.
as well.
Yeah.
Like it's just. I think they definitely have some holes they need to address. I'm not saying you have to go get a point guard that needs to start. Go get somebody off your bench because they have no guard play off their bench.
No, they got like Jordan Goodwin.
I mean,
who
when-
is just not there. Like no, I don't.
They got
want
him
in.
playing point guard when he more so like a 2 guard.
Yeah,
Like when you're legitimately relying on Eric Gordon to get you like 12
Eric Gordon,
points.
Okogie.
Eric Gordon
In the year
4
of our
years
Lord.
ago on Houston.
Yeah.
They're not in this position.
No.
But Eric Gordon now,
Yuta Watanabe.
He's solid.
He's
though,
solid.
man.
He's solid. He's solid backup for KD.
It's crazy that Eric Gordon is still somehow averaging 13.8 points a game. They shouldn't need that,
No,
but they do. They need every bit of that.
it's just they need to get a stretch of games where they're just like Durant and Booker are just healthy. Like yeah, Beal's not gonna be healthy, but they need a stretch because there will be times where like we talked about.
they
in
be
the group
getting
chat,
good play from Nurk too. Like
Yeah,
He's solid. He's very
he's
solid.
been solid for them as well. But like we'll be in the group chat and we'll be like, Devin Booker's just out.
yeah,
tonight.
I don't know why, but he's out.
Like I understand injuries. I know like especially our friend Alonzo, he gets on me about saying about injuries and everything else. When I see own 2 eyes, Devin Booker have a 30-point triple-double on a Tuesday night, get rest, and then he's out on Thursday
Yeah, and then
with
not play the next day.
with a heel. I'm like, y'all are not the 1 seed. Y'all are below 500 right now. Like, what are we?
Yeah, it's very odd. Like, just I don't know. It's like they just roll up to like shoot around, and they're just like, "No, heel hurts. All right, we're not playing."
Okay, yeah.
Nah,
Rest
nah.
up.
But
Yeah,
like,
rest up.
I understand the whole at certain times in the season missing second end of a back-to-back. I understand that kind of shit. But like, I'll see Phoenix have 3 days of rest, and then all of a sudden, like Kevin Durant's out.
Kevin Durant, a Chills or a Childs.
Achilles.
No, a Childs.
Charles.
Like I just don't, and they're struggling because their back-end talent on their roster isn't really doing a whole lot, and they don't have a point guard, a real point guard, even off their bench at all to just set everybody else up. Like they don't have strong big man play besides Nurk at all. Like
Drew Eubanks, like man.
Like they're just kind of, and this it's not surprising to say that they are where they are right now with how much injuries they've had.
It's just
Yeah.
the bench
You can
depth is
blame
just
it
not
on
there.
injuries. So that if they were healthy, all 3 of their stars were playing, they'd obviously be in a much better spot. But that's
Yeah.
just not the reality of the situation.
No, it's just, and the main question is seems like it's been like this with Phoenix for a minute now. Is just health in general. Like they're the 10 seed. They won 2 games. They're a fucking top 5 team in the West. So like it's not a crazy jump off or difference, but like this is a point in time where like you don't want to find yourself like 3-4 games below 500 or only 3 games above it come like deadline or like come like post All-Star to where like damn now you gotta win 5 straight just to get to the above the 6th seed. Like looking at Minnesota, like if they just keep on pace, they're not gonna have to worry about shit like the last 2-3 weeks of the season, because the only team chasing them down is OKC at 17-8, and then Denver's 19-10. So Phoenix they just got to get healthy, figure it out. Definitely go make some moves because they're a team that needs to. But next we do have kind of a hotter topic. I kind of really got this from our group chat when we talk about point guards, because I feel like we talk about this every other day now, and I will bring it up. But doing a would you rather for Tyrese Haliburton, the hot name this NBA season.
He just got bumped on 2K to a 94 overall.
Really? Holy
Yes.
shit. What was he?
92.
Oh.
Which I thought the 92 was a little high, but a 94.
Okay, Detroit. All right, Detroit's spraying now.
But yeah, let's hear who you got for you.
So Tyrese Haliburton
Oh, I know there's gonna be some weird one in
or
here.
Cade
Like,
Cunningham.
Tyrese.
Haliburton.
Haliburton can do everything better than him. Maybe besides defense.
Give Cade 2
Give
years.
Cade a couple
and
more
it's-
years.
It's a different
Give
top.
Cade a better team.
Also
Sure,
that.
sure,
Also
yeah.
that.
Tyrese Haliburton or Tyrese Maxey.
Ooh. I mean,
Oh man,
that's tough.
that is very tough.
Because Maxi's averaging like a cool 27 on great shooting, but Haliburton just has the playmaking.
He's got the playmaking. Like,
they're both not good defenders at all.
Tyrese is all right. He's serviceable.
Haliburton or Maxi?
I think they're both serviceable.
Nobody on that Pacers team guards anyways.
Haliburton is one of like the bottom 5. There's like some stat. Like he's one of the bottom 5 defenders in the league.
I'm going to go Haliburton.
It's very close.
It's very close.
But I'm going to take Haliburton as well.
I know there's a name on here that you're going to say, and I'm going to be like, what the fuck?
I'll go Haliburton because you got to think Tyrese, like, he's playing with the MVP of the league.
Yeah.
So it's different. He's still putting up great numbers, but Tyrese, he took his team to the in-season tournament finals.
Yeah, he's averaging like 12 assists a game.
Yeah. So, okay, so I'll go Tyrese there.
I'll give the edge, yeah.
Tyrese Haliburton or Jamal Murray?
Haliburton. Jamal Murray's PR team is undefeated. He plays with the easiest big man in the planet
it's just like the Maxi thing. Oh, the exact same thing. Like he plays with fucking Jokic.
Jokic makes it easier for Jamal Murray.
That's what I mean. Like, and then I don't know.
Jamal Murray is not even averaging 20 points a game.
But
he was supposed to average 25. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll put this on. I will say
OGs
this.
know that.
I'll take that. Yeah,
OGs know that.
I mean,
take that to the chest.
Yeah.
So okay, breaking this down. Last year, we'll go off playoff stats over the past 2 years of Jamal Murray's career.
Okay.
Because you guys brought up the regular season stats and he's not averaging 20.
Man.
Jamal Murray in the playoffs last year.
Hooping.
26, 6, and 7. The year before that, 26, 5, and 7. So he's against the Lakers, he was averaging well over 30.
Yeah, he.
But we're talking regular season. We're talking right now.
I want to see Haliburton in this playoff limelight. Like I need it.
I'm taking Haliburton.
I think I'm going to take Haliburton too. I think there's a lot of like, what the fuck is it called? Just now, because he's just doing recency bias. I think there's a lot of recency bias on it, just because how good he's been doing. Like, I don't know. It's just but Murray, man, he fucking no. I got to stick on my. I got to stick with my Murray like hate train.
This
not even Murray hate train. Just I'll go with Haliburton. I think
for you that was a tough one. I think you're gonna have
Tyler Hero on here.
No.
I think Tyler Hero would have been a crazy one. That's like wow.
I would have taken Hallie over Tyrese.
It's the playmaking. I think Tyler Hero is definitely a better shooter and probably scorer.
We can add it.
I would take Haliburton. I'm not a big fan of Tyler Hero.
Why do people hate Tyler Hero?
First of all, his face looks dumb.
I swear to God, Alonzo hates Tyler just because he's white. Like
that's part of it. I mean, come on, look at him.
I think I'm going Tyler Hero.
He's an equally bad defender. He's a streaky shooter, and
he doesn't give you any. I think he's a better shooter than Haliburton.
He doesn't give you any playmaking though.
If you take,
I lied. I might have just talked myself out of it.
Listen, my opinion. I think playmaking and assists in general, there's that whole world of stats.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is the most overrated part of an offensive game.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking at stats. Tyrese Haliburton is shooting 42% from 3 this year.
Yeah, he's doing good.
Yeah. So
the jumper did translate.
I think I would probably lean Haliburton just a little bit more right now.
Okay, I don't hate that.
But I think Tyler Hero...
I don't think he's far from behind.
If you take playmaking aside, what does Tyrese Haliburton really do better than Tyler Hero offensively?
I mean, he is...
I guess
scoring more points by like 1.
Okay.
Technically, he's a better shooter. So if he's an equally good shooter and a much better playmaker, and they're both piss poor defenders...
It's just the impact that Tyrese Haliburton has on his team. Like, we saw what the Heat can do without Tyler Hero. Like, they're fine. But then if you take Tyrese Haliburton away, pluck him out of that Pacers team, Jesus Christ, they might not win a fucking game.
Yeah, their Pistons bad.
Their best player is...
Miles Turner, baby.
Miles Turner or Buddy Hield. Like, I don't know.
Lego man.
I talked myself out of it. I think I'm going to go Tyrese.
I'm going to go Haliburton right now as well.
You have Ja on here?
Oh, you love Ja.
Later on.
I thought, okay.
I love Ja.
This is going to be... God.
Who's it?
This is crazy.
You have Brunson on here?
No, not yet.
Ooh.
Tyrese Haliburton or Trae Young?
Right now?
Right
now, probably Haliburton.
I mean, that's like pretty much the same player.
That's damn near the same player. Just Haliburton's bigger.
Taller, yeah. So, but Trae Young, he's like
Trae Young's a foul merchant.
10.
Trae Young's a foul merchant,
but
though.
Yeah,
he'll get you them free throws.
He'll get you them free throws.
They're the most efficient shot in basketball, man.
But Okay, I'm going to go Tyrese. Turnovers.
Yes.
Trae Young will give you 9 to 10 turnovers on a bad night. Tyrese will give you none.
I'm going Haliburton just because Trae Young, too, his shooting stats, I feel like they're a bit like overrated. Like he's not.
I have him right here.
Inflated.
I have him
right here. So I'll name off his scoring from the last however many games are on here.
He just had like 35 and 15.
So he had 30 and 14, 31 and 15, 35 and 10, 38 and 11, 35 and 17. He had 19 and 9 one game, 30 and 9 one game, 32 and 12 one game.
God damn.
From 3 this year, percentage-wise, he is shooting, just this month, he's shooting 45%.
This month?
Yes,
Oof,
this month.
This might be closer than I thought.
Detroit, what are we doing?
49 from the field.
And he shoots a lot of shots too.
So
man.
And then this season alone, he's averaging right now 28, 11. It's not showing me my full stats. But he's shooting 28 and 11 from... And his turnovers, he's averaging about 5 a game in the month of December.
So overall in the year, 4.2. Overall 3-point shooting percentage, 38% from 3. I mean, and like you said, the turnovers and some of the decision making, and a lot of those assists that Trae Young gets are just lobs to Clint Capella, which, I mean, yeah, it's the right play, but I'm going Haliburton.
I think I'm going Haliburton too.
I'm sticking with my gut. Haliburton. You like Trae though, huh? It's close.
They're very comparable players. Haliburton is just taller and has more potential defensively, but
he doesn't use it.
But Trae Young is just, I don't know.
I mean, he's one of those guys that he is an offense in himself.
Yeah, I feel like his game is just better. Like Haliburton's game is relying on just fast break, getting up and down, rather than I feel like Trae Young can just pick and roll you to death. Create
his own shot too. I mean, he's got a whole array of dribble moves and ways to get open, despite being a little smaller.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sticking with Haliburton, but it's very close.
I'm gonna go Trae Young here. Tyrese Haliburton or Jalen Brunson?
Brunson.
Yeah. Okay. I'm also taking Brunson.
Now I think we're at the point where we're just gonna take
Tyrese Haliburton or De'Aaron Fox?
De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, that's De'Aaron Fox.
And then here's the one which sparked a
Ja.
Yeah. I'm not a big Ja guy.
I'm taking Ja Morant.
I think I'm taking Ja Morant too. Like
and I'm taking Ja Morant over De'Aaron Fox and Jalen Brunson.
See, not me.
I think Ja Morant's the 4th best point guard in the league.
I think I might be taking
played
Fox.
One game.
I think I'm taking Fox over Morant. I would definitely take Morant over Brunson.
I'm taking Ja over Haliburton, but I'm taking Fox and Brunson over Ja.
I would take Fox over Morant. But I wouldn't take... I don't know if I'd take Brunson.
I don't like Ja's inability to shoot. Because in that game, he had 34 points, but he went 0 of 5 from 3.
Yeah.
Like, he cannot shoot from range. He is Giannis 6'1", and he gets up. And he draws fouls. And he's athletic, and he does these crazy laps, and it's awesome. But... like what happens when that's closed off?
So his 3-point percentages from just his career: 33.5% rookie year, 30% the sophomore year,
even worse,
34% 2022, 30% last season.
Jesus.
But he had hella games missed, and then this year there's nothing.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's below average to like downright like. Open, like leave him, let him shoot, kind of like shooting. Like that's, I mean, he has his moments where he gets hot, but that to me is, I know ironic coming from a Sixers fan, Ben Simmons, all this, but shooting matters, especially in today's game. And when you can't really shoot the 3 ball and you're just a drive and kick point guard, I'm going to take Brunson and Fox over Ja. I love Brunson's game. I wasn't big on Brunson, but then just watch him play a little more and how he like runs that offense and how he's making Julius Randle. Thank you for Julius Randle. Take him, by the way. He's been hooping lately, man.
Fuck him. I don't want him on my team.
And he really runs the Knicks well, and he's got him at like a 5 seed.
So you talked about the shooting.
And he's a terrible defender too.
Here's De'Aaron Fox shooting throughout his career.
Yeah.
30% his rookie year, 37 the year after, 29 the year after, 32 the year after, 29 the year after that, 32 the year after that. Last year, career high at 40.
So he's improved.
40? Holy shit.
So he's improved. He was a 40% three-point shooter last year.
He's also been in the league twice as long as John Morant.
Okay, fair. But De'Aaron Fox is also a much better defender. He is... I mean, Ja's a pretty good playmaker, though, but I think I might take De'Aaron Fox better. And De'Aaron Fox, clutch player of the year. When it's crunch time...
John Morant has a career has averaged more assists than De'Aaron Fox.
So that's what... Like, they're both very good playmakers.
Well, let's think. When De'Aaron Fox got drafted, the Kings were shit.
Yeah. He hasn't really had anyone to pass to
They probably
until
weren't
the past
shit,
couple of
but
years.
they were bad.
What about last year when he had Sabonis?
It's a boner.
It's a boner.
The playmaking duties really went to Sabonis when he got there, so his assist
That's the
numbers
thing,
might
too.
be
So,
different. And then Jalen Brunson, his stats from three, because we brought up 3-point shooting. I want to bring the stats in. Rookie year, 35%. Year after, about 36%. Year after that, 40. Year after that, 38. Year after that, 41. This year, 45.
Yeah, that's big for me. That's big. And
I still am just going to say Ja, because the ability to just get downhill, the ability to just get into the lane and go get a layup. Yes, his 3-point shooting might be bad, but he can see when people still sag off of him, it doesn't matter. He's still just going to go get his layup. He's still going to go dunk on you. Like, he is the best player going downhill outside of LeBron and Giannis in the league. Like, nobody gets downhill like he does, and, like, his playmaking is up there with Fox and Brunson, and I'm a huge Brunson guy. I'm still taking John Morant.
I don't know. I mean, and a big example of this, it was Sixers Grizzlies last year. I think Desmond Bane was out, so it was they were all through Ja in crunch time. And they left Ja open, top of the key. And instead of him shooting that, because he knows it's not a good shot, he tried to drive into the lane. Joel Embiid went up and volleyball swats it into the stands. And then Sixers win. Because he knows he can't shoot. And then in the crunch time, Philly's like, go ahead, shoot that shot. We'll let you take that. And he still wouldn't take it. Like, to me, crunch time, like that's a big difference between him and Fox and Brunson.
I've also seen all three of these guys, mainly Fox.
Then again, yeah,
Fox
true.
and John Morant.
Morant just hit a game winner, so
Fox and John Morant played my team, the Warriors, in the playoffs, basically back-to-back years. I've seen John Morant knock 6 threes down in a single game against us, and I've seen De'Aaron Fox do it consistently over a series against us. So two guys that aren't known for their shooting, known for getting downhill, can at times when it matters make shots. Can at times when it matters hit shots.
I just think Ja has a lot more to go as far as shooting between Fox and Brunson, especially Brunson. Brunson 45% for three is nuts.
I think Ja, Fox, and Brunson
That's why I took the
are
spread.
all in the
High scoring. No, you got -2.
Oh yeah,
You didn't get +2.
They're all kind of in the same realm, and then I knew
it's
Tyrese
close.
wasn't gonna get to the Dame, Luka, or Curry
No.
conversation. But it's interesting because that was kind of recency bias. I've seen Tim be put in, I think, crazy places just looking at like social media and shit like this, saying he's the best point guard in the league. At Jason, at Rudy, in our group chat, saying he's the best point guard in the league.
I mean,
it's crazy.
Until Steph Curry retires, no one's better.
I agree. I don't think there's anybody better.
Like you can. There's a legit argument for Luka
at the point guard position.
Oh, Derek White. Can't forget Derek White.
He's a 2.
I'd probably give Steph Curry the edge over Derek White, but close. It's close.
Something we can get into kind of next is, was Zach LaVine really the problem?
I guess.
No.
I don't know.
That roster was built weird.
It's just Kobe White's actually getting time to shine now. He's not coming off the bench.
He's getting more shots.
Yeah, he's starting.
They have a weird fit. Like Patrick Williams was supposed to be their Draymond Green, and
Patrick Williams. What does he even do?
That's
do? Patrick Williams to me.
Vucevic is a not good defender at all. Neither is DeMar. Neither is Kobe White. And he's okay, and Zach LaVine's definitely not. So I mean, he didn't really fit that squad very well. But I don't think he's the problem.
No, I don't think he's the problem.
I think roster construction is the problem. I think the whole team is. I mean, We knew. Bulls are not a good team. Granted, they just beat the Sixers.
They did just beat the Lakers too.
Like,
Lakers suck though.
Then they just beat Miami too.
I just don't like that roster.
And Milwaukee.
Yeah, they find ways to win.
Because Kobe White's finally becoming a person.
Yeah, we didn't expect the Kobe White resurgence. Okay. I thought he was going to get traded.
Oh no, the Pistons are done.
If you make it,
if
it makes you seem any differently about what I said that they were good enough to be a 10 seed. They are 12 and 17. The Hawks as a 10 seed are 12 and 15. They are right. They are the 10 seed basically.
I mean, I guess the 10 seed isn't that crazy, but
I mean, like, for the Bulls, like, you make the play, and, like, what does that do?
They were supposed to...
nothing.
Yeah.
I was just going back on my take before the season.
They were built to be, like, a top team in the East. That's what their goal was, and they are way off from that.
I still think a big... Lonzo just getting hurt in general was the thing that fucked everything up.
Yeah, because he's... I mean, his place... Like, when he was healthy, he's one of the most, like... I don't want to say valuable players in the league, but his play style is so good for championship teams. A really good defender, point of attack defender, who can hit open threes and get the ball to the right guy in the right time. Like, he's the kind of player that swings teams from like a fringe team to a championship.
He's doing what Haliburton's doing.
And
then not in terms of scoring, but in terms of playmaking, how that Bulls team was playing, how kind of the Pacers were playing with Haliburton now.
But also being like a very good defender. Mm-hmm. So he's like a little bit Alex Caruso in there. I mean, that
was their backcourt.
Yeah, and it sucks what he's going through. Like that knee injury that just won't heal. And I hope he can figure it out, because he was one of my favorite guys in college. That one step back three he had against Oregon. I mean, that was one of the coldest moments in March Madness history.
We were talking about that before you got here, Connor. We're talking about like just the landscape of like the draft and everything else that. And
who are the Pistons tanking for?
I was like,
there's no one to tank for.
We don't know.
I was like, man, we were living in a day and age where I could turn it on, watch the Pac-12, watch Oregon, UCLA latest fucking night, Lonzo Ball and Dylan Brooks getting after it, and then I go watch March Madness, a Sweet 16 game, and I get to see De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk go up against Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
Now it's like
Lonzo Ball and Moses Brown.
Yeah, like it's
now
crazy.
We got Zach Edey, 7'4", plotter.
It's very interesting, but Bulls, I don't think Zach LaVine's a problem. I do think he gets moved, but we'll eventually see what happens.
That being said, he might not be a problem, but he's not sticking around.
No. We can kind of get into the Draymond Green situation, just because that did happen.
It certainly did happen. Yeah, he tried to backwards spin karate chop Nurkic an idiot for playing defense.
He's probably one of the dumbest basketball players I've ever seen in my life.
I think the dude has legit he's got
you guys without him
issues.
Makes you better. That's just how it is.
I don't know about all of that.
He wouldn't be in the league if he wasn't a Warrior.
I mean, that is a take I've had for a while.
I mean,
but
he should be suspended indefinitely. I think he should be suspended damn near the whole season. Like, what are we doing?
He's gonna.
What are we doing? I literally want to ask him, like, what is your problem? Like, why
he's going to therapy.
Why can you not just be a normal person? Like, I don't know.
Why can't you just be normal?
What were we thinking? Like, oh, Steph's not playing. I got to go choke out Rudy Gobert so I can get ejected.
That was so funny. Like, they were fighting.
Let me flop next to Nurkic and just punch him in the face. Be like,
how do you even defend that? Like, you're a Warriors fan, so like you see that.
You don't.
Like,
you don't.
You don't.
I know you don't, but like, how, like you see that. What did you like? What was your first thought when you saw that?
While I'm watching the Phoenix game, I'm watching us try to turn the season. Still a hella game time left, but you're looking at a team with Klay Thompson at this point. When it happened, Klay Thompson, Wiggins struggling, like Draymond Green, who was already gotten off his previous suspension. You're like, okay, we get Draymond Green
just coming back from a suspension.
Yeah. Getting back from the previous suspension, you're like, okay, they're gonna get Draymond back. They're gonna hit the stride, right? And then for no reason, Nurkic wasn't doing anything to you to make you act out in that kind of way. And I watched it live. I sit there, I'm like, wow, like that really just happened, right?
Yeah.
And then like his response is like, oh, I gotta apologize. Like, no, like this is on you. They knew the situation from the jump. You could argue Draymond Green has cost the Warriors numerous championships because...
Numerous? I know at least one.
I think I saw this take earlier, like just on social media in general. You gotta think the KD and the Warriors, they lost because of injuries. Like, you don't think there was even a discussion of like, man, we just run it back, we would just win.
Yeah.
Like, that was but Draymond Green ran KD out of town.
Yeah.
Draymond Green got himself ejected in the finals in 2016, which led to the Cavs coming back. Because I do believe if we have Draymond in Game 5, we just close the series out.
I agree.
And then those 2 championships, who knows how long Kevin Durant stays if that Draymond Green situation ever happens.
I mean, he said himself, I don't know, some podcast or Twitter or whatever, he said he wanted to be there. Like, Kevin Durant said he wanted to be in Golden State. But Draymond and him just couldn't see eye to eye, so he wanted out.
I understand, like, Draymond Green, you've done a lot for the dynasty. You are not Steph Curry.
No.
Nope.
You are not, like, he's
not even Klay Thompson.
Like, this can't be done without you. Don't forget, out of anybody, you don't replace Klay Thompson.
No.
You don't replace Kevin Durant. You don't replace Steph Curry.
But Draymond Green,
we can find somebody that can go.
Yeah.
Can go
that
defend.
archetype exists because of him.
Yes.
Like, there's guys like Sengun, Jeremy Sohan. I mean, even Marcus Morris plays a lot like Draymond Green does now. Like, that archetype exists because of him, so that he's replaceable.
Like, I'm not saying, like, at current times, like, Draymond Green in 2016, completely different. He shoot a 3 ball at a decent little clip. He was way better offensively, but, like...
That backpack shot.
But, like, you can't afford, for one, your team needs you too much. They need your defense. They need your rebounding way too much right now for you to just be getting suspended.
The Pistons fucking suck.
Yeah.
My fault.
We know that. What's the score?
They're down 10. They're so fucking bad.
But
FanDuel, you win once
it's
again.
just something,
Curses.
something his team can't afford. Apparently, it was like 3 weeks, though.
For what?
It was 3 weeks. It wasn't. It's indefinitely, but his, like, therapy or whatever they have making him do is like 3 weeks, and I guess it's like a reevaluation period. But
I bet he comes back after All-Star break.
I think
Game back.
he should have got above 30 games if they wanted to, like, send a message.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like how they did with Ja.
Oh
like,
my god, they're getting
message.
blown out now. Holy shit.
But, like,
it's my fault.
It's more so you can't afford it. The team can't afford it. He has to organize. I feel like the organization should have came down harder on it.
Yeah, with the Jordan Poole thing, they didn't even, like, what happened after that? Was there any repercussion? They let him
They fined him.
They fined him.
They fined him, yeah.
To a guy who has millions and millions of dollars. What's $50K? What's $100K?
See, here's the thing that drives me crazy. Because Draymond Green is a basketball savant. When he is just talking ball.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he just, like, it's something great to see.
You don't get to where he is without knowing ball.
Yes, and then you hear him talk about last year, at the start of the year, yeah, the locker room, we wasn't all together. I'm sitting here, I'm like, no shit, Draymond.
No shit.
Like, no shit. You have a young and up-and-coming player. Mind you, Jordan Poole. Like, Jordan Poole...
He was the heir to the throne.
If you trade Jordan Poole post-beating Boston in the finals, you get a fucking haul. Jordan Poole was up next after we won the chip that year.
Yeah.
And then he has that whole situation, and then, the locker room wasn't the same or whatever. Yeah, Draymond, you're the reason of that.
It's like that SpongeBob meme where he's like, who is he looking for? It's him. He's the problem.
Like, Draymond, you were the problem. Jordan Poole, whatever he said to you, this is teammates. You don't do that. Whatever. I've played basketball, like, at high enough levels to understand what happened.
Yeah, I played a season of
Jordan
freshman
Poole was
basketball.
talking shit, like, and they got into a fight. He punched him for it. Obviously. I should feel like the organization ourselves should have just suspended him. We're not doing this. And then this leads to Jordan Poole getting out the door, and then you bring in Chris Paul. But, like, I just think it's uncalled for. I'm surprised that indefinitely is the right word to use because you don't know how long it is going to last. But he's lucky it's not. It's getting to the point now, if it happens one time, will Draymond Green just not be in the league anymore?
I would think so. If it happens, he's probably on, like, the thinnest of ice.
I mean, John Morant was on the thinnest of ice, and it was 25 games to start the year. But I feel like
he's younger, though.
John Morant and Draymond Green's situations and what they did were two different things.
Yeah.
But, like, Draymond, he's actually like, out here physically hurting people.
Yeah.
Because if John Morant's friend didn't film him and post that on his story, nobody would have known.
Yeah.
And honestly, it really wasn't. Like, yeah, he was flaunting a gun, but, like, it was a legally owned gun. And, like, whatever, Just don't be an idiot with guns. But, like, Draymond is actively being a menace on the court, repeatedly being told, don't do this. And he's like, I'm going to do it even harder. And he's not learning.
He just thinks he's untouchable.
Yeah, but
I think it also falls on Steve Kerr.
Oh,
he
for sure.
is doing nothing. He has never said anything bad about Draymond or like what Draymond should do different or like, oh yeah, we're gonna like attack this. Half the time it's like, I didn't even see the play.
Yeah, he said like, I didn't even see the replay. Like
it was right in front of you,
in front of your bench. Yeah,
you want me to believe that what is happening right in front of you didn't see.
They replayed it on the Jumbotron 1,000 times.
Yeah, so
like,
I think he is being like. Yeah. I think that's bad coaching.
I get putting Steve Kerr at blame in the organization. I blame when the situation happened. You hop on social media. People are coming at Steph Curry's leadership.
That's not even.
I'm like,
that's not him.
I'm like, Steph Curry's probably looking at this guy like
damn,
like a grown ass man he's grown up in the league with. He shouldn't have to say shit to him.
No,
this is Draymond Green. Draymond Green also won these championships. He shouldn't have to say shit to him.
Yeah,
the leadership lies within the young guys, which Curry is more of lead by example. He's not the most voiceful person from what the public eye has seen.
Yeah, we know Clay isn't either.
But they came out as leadership. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck is he supposed to say to Draymond?
Right.
What do you want him to say to Draymond? Like, I don't... This is a Steve Kerr organizational problem.
I mean, Draymond, I don't know, is he older than Steph?
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, like, what's he gonna do? Like, Draymond's not gonna... He's like, oh, I'm older than you. I'm big bro. Like...
Draymond's also, like, you can tell Draymond's an alpha male in any situation. So, like, it's just to the point where he's looking at... I'm shocked he's even still being allowed to play. Like, it seems like he could have been suspended for the rest of the season type of deal. But it really just depends on if he comes back and there's one more incident. Draymond Green might not be able to be in the league anymore.
For real.
That's how serious it is. That's how the league,
ban him.
Yeah, that's how the league needs to like treat this kind
OJ
of
Mayo style.
OJ Mayo type.
Treat this kind of situation.
I think Charles Barkley. He said. I think it was him. He said that he. Like, towards the end of his career, he kind of felt this, like, a similar frustration because as he was getting older and his athleticism was going and his shot wasn't falling as much and his game was just overall declining. Do you think that's a part of it? Like, he's not the same player he was 5 years ago, and he's just...
Well, he's for sure not the same player.
But, like, he's mad about that?
No, because the situations have never stemmed from something like just Draymond getting his ass busted. It's come from with a teammate.
Yeah.
It's come from a...
Personal.
Tangled up situation with Klay Thompson and Jay McDaniels with Rudy Gobert trying to settle shit down. He went out of his way to do that.
That was crazy.
Yeah. He went out of his way to hit Nurkic. It's not like nothing with his game. None of these situations have come in the terms of him playing basketball. In terms of, I feel like, him having just a short fuse and not thinking shit through. Like, he's just seeing it happens. The Rudy Gobert shit, that seemed like it'd been burning up for a minute.
That was a personal thing.
Yeah, that was a personal thing.
He was like, all right, they're in a scuffle. This is my time.
This is my time to go attack.
I'm going to get my lick in.
Like, Rudy Gobert legit wasn't doing shit to him. He wasn't even doing anything to the situation. No. He just saw an opportunity to go get at somebody he don't like. And then the whole Nurkic shit, that shit was just stupid.
Yeah, it's all stupid.
It's all stupid. Like, none of it makes sense. None of it.
So dumb.
It's just somebody that... And then it comes to the point where, like, maybe Nurkic's right. Maybe he just does have a problem. Maybe he does have a problem. After all these years of, like, certain shit, the organization from the Warriors needed to be better. And then that's it. Like, the league needs to step in and make a point about certain shit. That's what needs to happen.
And, I mean, they clearly... Like, the indefinite suspension, they are not playing around. It's not slapping a wrist.
And they shouldn't. Shouldn't. But getting into kind of, I guess we're still on the topic of talking about the Warriors and that whole debacle anyways. Tuesday night, after we played Boston, Shaquille O'Neal in the post-game conference sparked a discussion saying that Steph Curry needs to be involved in the GOAT conversation. A lot of people have mixed feelings about it.
I don't hate it.
But his reasoning... He's the greatest shooter ever. He changed the game. He has championships. Like, what's separating him and Shaq? Like, other than, like, two different positions, like, the separation and accolades and everything else, what's separating him? What's separating him and Kobe? It's only one championship. Steph Curry has more MVPs.
Well, finals MVPs.
It's crazy to say, but his accolades, in terms of accolades...
Well, yeah, if you're going just off accolades...
It puts him in that conversation.
How do you earn accolades?
Steph Curry is obviously the best shooter ever. I think he could be the best point guard ever.
He is the best.
I don't think he is the best all-around player ever to step on a basketball court.
I don't think Shaq was saying that. He was. I think he said I think this is somebody who needs to be added to the conversation that already goes on.
Yeah, I mean, I think for this, like, our generation, people will be like, yeah, Steph Curry could be the, yeah.
People took it when I saw people's reaction to it. They took it as Steph Curry's best is the GOAT. But his point was he just wants to add him when you start adding him to the whole conversation.
Just when you talk about GOATs.
Yes.
I mean, you could argue that no one has changed the game like Steph. I mean, Wilt, George Mikan, like all those guys, like Steph is in that stratosphere of like game-changing players. And I thought long and hard about it, and there's only 3 players I would definitively take over Steph Curry. It's Bron, Jordan, and Kareem. Every other player,
You would
all
take
time,
Shaq?
I would take Steph Curry over Shaq. I mean,
Shaq even said he'd take Curry over him.
so first of all, Shaq said it. So there you go. Plus, shooting 3-pointers, that is such an advantage to have, especially from the range and the efficiency that he does. I mean, remember, there's people joke about Steph Curry not being clutch, but like, remember what was 2016 against the Thunder where he shot it from half court like it was a jumper and cashed it? Like no other player ever.
No. That was just it was towards the end of the season because it was a 73-9 year.
Yeah, they went 73-9.
Yeah.
No other team has ever done that, and no other guy has ever won a unanimous MVP. I mean, Bron should have that one year.
Shaq should have.
Shaq should have, but I mean, no one's done it. So Kareem, 6 MVPs. I don't know how many titles he's won, like 5 or 6. Jordan, 6 titles. He was the GOAT for a while to me. Now it's Bron, who's the all-time leading scorer.
Bron's my GOAT.
Bron's my GOAT too. But like those 3 are the guys. Like, yeah, I would take them over Steph.
I think it's really.
But like Tim Duncan, I'm taking Steph. Hakeem, I'm taking Steph. Wilt, I'm taking Steph. Wilt, he scored 100, but did he really? That kind of thing.
There was some ESPN like countdown or something, but they were talking Becky Hammond. It was like Becky, K Perk, and it was like Brian Warhorse.
K Perk, man.
2 other people.
K Perk.
So she was talking about the Knicks and how the Knicks need to go get like that guy, that like the dude, right? And then she was backing up, saying that.
She said he couldn't be a 1A.
Yeah,
small guys can't win.
Kendra Perkins said they have it. This is Jalen Brunson. She was like, when you have a small dude as the best player on your team, you're not winning anything.
What are we talking? Are we talking about just like the Knicks in general or the Curry thing?
Curry had being the GOAT. But like she was talking about the Knicks and it sparked up. She was like, the only small person to win anything, win a championship, the only 2 people in my eyes is Isaiah Thomas on the Pistons way back when, and it's been Steph Curry.
Yeah.
There has been no other guard to be the best player on their team to win anything, championships-wise.
Michael Jordan's a guard, no?
No, I'm talking under...
Like point guard.
Point guard. Under 6'3", 6'2", guard. Okay. Not Jordan, not a Bron. And, like, she was making that point to where, like, when you really look at it and putting him in just in that conversation in general, he is the only point guard to do anything he's ever done.
I mean, even Magic was 6'10".
Like, Magic is a 6'9" point guard. LeBron is 6'9". Like, all these freakish athletes. Look at the top 10. Curry's the only point guard in there. Yeah. Only actual point guard.
And he might have the best, like, shooting percentage of all of them.
Yes. Like, he's changed the game. He's the only guard you can put has doing any of this.
Yeah.
He's changed the game. So, I feel like from what he's done in his career, I think he's already the best point guard ever.
Yep.
I think he's automatically a top 10 player ever.
Yes.
I think he's gauging closer to top 5 more so to 10.
Yeah.
So he's definitely...
He's 4 for me.
He's in that realm. I'm not going to put him as the greatest player of all time. I think Bron's the GOAT.
Yeah.
But Steph's there. He's close.
He's there.
He's in that realm. He's not crazy far out of that realm with his resume and what he's done.
Where is Kevin Durant?
Oh, Jesus. Who knows? I don't know.
Is he, like, all time? Is he... Because, like, you can make an argument, too. He's got very similar accolades. The rings they won together. MVP scoring titles. I mean, when you look at Steph...
I'm not putting Kevin Durant top 10.
And that's fair.
Not yet.
Nah.
Not yet.
That's fair. I was just curious. I haven't thought about Kevin Durant so much, but Steph, like I said, only 3 guys I would definitively take. And I love Tim Duncan. I love Hakeem Olajuwon. Those guys are GOATs.
Thinking about just, like, the game in general now, like, I don't know if there's anybody who will, like, reach that. Like, we're living in a world today where, like, you have Bron, Curry, KD. I don't think there's guys in the NBA right now that can project to that level.
Luka.
I
I think Luka can easily do it.
I think Luka might be the only
Luka
person.
and Jokic could easily do it.
Luka and Jokic
There's a guy out in Philly who could get
like
there.
a Bron, Curry, Durant, like in terms of like they're in top, like they're like greatest to ever play in that realm.
Giannis.
Yeah, probably not.
I think I'm interested to see how he plays after he's like peak athleticism.
Yeah.
But like I'm interested, like I see Luka just because he's so fucking young. I see Jokic. I see Giannis.
Yeah.
I see.
Could even see Embiid.
Possibly Embiid.
He's doing things that haven't been done since Wilt and Kareem. So like from the center position,
Tatum's gonna have to get it going.
Tatum needs to pick it up.
He's still got time.
He's only 19.
He's got so much time.
I think you have all the young talent, but I feel like the faces of the league is like where is it after like Bron and Curry are gone?
That's
like,
Luka.
It's those
Like,
guys
you
you
think
listed:
it's
Luka,
those guys
Tatum,
you listed,
Embiid,
yeah.
Jokic. Those are the
It's like
four.
when KD hangs it up on LeBron, hangs it up when Steph's done. Like, yeah, it'll be those guys. That's your next step
Yeah.
up.
Embiid, he talks a lot of trash. You know, he talks on Twitter. So there's people like that, and then there's people on the opposite side who don't like that stuff. They like Jokic, you know, and there's Luka who's just doing crazy stuff. You know, putting up these triple doubles and 37 points, all that stuff. It's league's in good hands.
It is, but it's just like
This is
we ain't
greatness.
lived really in a world where then it's not Bron,
Oh, yeah.
not Curry, so it's gonna be weird.
Father Time is undefeated.
But is there
LeBron's
even
trying to give him a loss.
Yep.
is there even anybody like below them to where you're like they can even just enter the combo with
De'Aaron
like, Jokic
Fox.
and
I think De'Aaron Fox could easily get into the combo. If he could be a King legend forever if he wanted to. Tatum can easily do it.
Tatum,
It just depends on how they figure it out. Like if they
being a
just
small forward, that
That's what I
helps
mean.
a lot.
so. I think there's definitely a handful of people who like we have our guys that are going to take the next step. Then there's the guys who are kind of on the brink, like that'll be like okay, they could move up if they just kept going.
Yeah,
So
I think another Anthony Edwards,
Anthony Edwards, I mean,
It's
NBA.
young. It's
Donovan
early,
Mitchell.
but man.
Donovan Mitchell, D-Book.
yeah, D-Book for
Like,
sure.
He had
D-Book's-
70.
I think D-Book is
For sure.
already in that realm.
Mm-hmm.
D-Book and Jason Tatum are already in that realm with an Embiid and a Jokic, in my
Oh,
opinion.
yeah.
Best
they're
players on best
superstars.
teams.
Like, I just think they're already in that realm. Just because I don't know what it is about Devin Booker and Jason. Like, I just,
Seen greatness.
yes.
That's
like,
why.
it's, like,
Shades of
it's-
Kobe, man.
Uh-huh.
That's what it is.
Like,
Both of them.
It's crazy. But to wrap up the episode, it is, in my opinion, the best day ever to watch basketball.
Christmas?
Christmas Day.
Christmas.
Christmas.
I'm going to put a stupid amount of money on the Celtics.
So we got football and basketball.
Oh, football and basketball.
So
Oh.
let's just do some predictions
Yep.
for the NBA side of things.
Uh-huh.
At-
So I wake up.
Waking up.
Open up my present. So
You know-
much money. Oh my God. And
gonna
then
place it.
what game is going to be on the TV?
And then it's gonna be, like always, at noon.
At noon.
New York Knicks in the Garden against Milwaukee. ESPN.
You got to give me Milwaukee
Yeah.
spread.
Give me Milwaukee.
Giannis on Christmas, he might drop 60.
At home.
And then fight for the game ball.
Yeah.
Give
Oh
me-
my God. Yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
Yeah.
It's not like a big thing,
Yeah.
but people just keep clowning him for it
Yeah,
now.
real quick. I see through the nice guy act. See through the humble act.
Him, I
I'm
just want to
tired of
imagine
Giannis.
him being mad, like in his voice.
You saw
Like,
him, yeah.
It's so he's like he was poking him and everything. I
That's
was
why
like,
they
damn.
signed James Johnson.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I'm
James
sick of
Johnson.
the fake
James Johnson,
humble
Philly,
act.
Philly legend.
Philly? James Johnson?
Yeah,
I don't know if he's with the Sixers.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe for a while.
James Johnson?
Yeah, because he has all the emoji tattoos. And
That's Mike Scott. That was Mike Scott. James
Mike Scott was with you guys too.
I don't know if James
I'm pretty
Johnson.
sure James Johnson was with y'all.
I mean, I'm not doubting y'all. I just don't remember him.
I swear to God.
He was with the Iowa Energy,
Oh,
but no. Raptors, Kings, Grizzlies, Raptors again. Heat, Timberwolves, Mavericks, Pelicans. Nah, he never played for the
Jesus, every
Sixers.
team but you guys.
And he's from.
It was
Okay,
Mike
then I was
Scott.
Mike
Where
Scott.
where do you think James Johnson's from? Real quick.
Where's he from?
Yeah.
New York.
No, Wyoming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got the Bucks as well.
I'm going the Knicks. Home game.
What?
Jalen Brunson just has been he's killed.
Statistically,
he's
Giannis
killed the
plays his
Bucks.
best games in the Garden.
I,
A lot
So
of
I
guys
think
do.
Giannis is gonna, and I think Dame's gonna be there. And yeah, what's the spread?
It's probably too
It's
early,
probably
right?
No, it's on there.
Oh, already.
I'll
It's
go-
probably
I'll go
it's
to-
probably 4.5.
I'll go to FanDuel.
I'm gonna guess 4.5.
I'm gonna guess 8.
No, it can't be that high.
What if it is though?
Okay, so it's 3.
Oh,
3.
okay. Just 3 straight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd hammer that.
Yeah. And then our next game,
Me during my nap, this game's going to be on.
Golden State at Denver.
Yeah, my nap game. Jesus.
It's +5 right now.
Give
That's
me
it?
the Nuggets.
Nuggets by fucking 12. Is it in Denver?
Yeah.
Oh,
Warriors
my God.
is not in a good place right now.
No.
Still figuring it out.
Jokic should get a triple-double.
I'm just gonna say Denver because Curry usually plays like dog shit on Christmas.
Yep.
Then
When do we play?
this game right
Oh,
here,
ew.
middle of the day.
I'm going to be asleep.
Middle of the day at 5. It's Celtics at Lakers.
The game's going to be close for some reason. We should blow them out, but we're not going
Spread's
to.
2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd go Celtics -2.
You should put a lot of money on
But
yourself.
I was going to say, if it was like 7 or 8, then I would have taken the Lakers probably.
Give me the C's. I think they. Like
They
I
also
said,
probably
best
don't know if
starting five in
Tatum's
basketball.
playing because he didn't play yesterday.
He'll play Christmas.
He'll play.
It's against the
But
Lakers.
they probably just have him like as a game time decision.
Give me the fucking Lakers. This is just a game the Lakers win.
Certified hater for real.
This is at home.
You just don't take the normal pick.
No, Corey knows the script, man.
Yeah.
Like this is
at
a scripted
home,
win.
LeBron on Christmas
Don't
against
matter.
Boston.
This
like-
is a script. This is a script win if the Lakers do win.
And then we actually got a pretty good slate.
The
There
night
ain't
game?
a missing. We got 2 night games.
Oh,
So it's Sixers at Heat.
that game's gonna be good.
Heat
That
-1.
will be good.
That game's gonna be good.
Heat are favored.
Yeah, -1. They're at home.
Oh, that's why.
They're at
That's. I'm taking the Sixers.
I think I'm gonna
man.
take the Heat. I think I'm gonna take the Heat -1. No, I would just take their money line at that
home.
point.
Yeah,
There's no point to take the 1.
it's a pick 'em.
Yeah.
Embiid plays very.
Are they gonna
well
have Bam
against-
back?
They Bam
Oh,
and
they
Hero.
won't.
Bam and Hero are back.
Bam's back?
Yeah.
I know Hero's back. Okay.
Embiid plays very well against Bam Adebayo.
I'm gonna go Miami.
I'm going.
But like
Sixers.
a stinky win. Like it won't be like I think that's gonna be a very low scoring game.
Usually they are.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be like 90 to like 80 something.
I'd barf, but
Give me Philly.
yeah, give me
Give me
Sixers.
Philly.
Maxie's
That
X
would be
factor.
a
It'd be a
tough
good game.
ass game. That would be a tough ass game. And then nightcap, Mavs at Suns.
I was gonna say like Mavs. That'd be a good game. I think the Suns on paper should win. Obviously.
The Mavericks. I
What's
mean,
the spread?
5.
we talked the Suns being injured, but the Mavericks are probably
No Kyrie.
more injured.
No
Kyrie.
No Kyrie. No, my brother's a Mavericks fan. Like Kleba's actually like really important
Maxey.
to them.
Give me
Derek Lively's hurt too.
Luka to have a historic day, but them to just lose.
Yeah,
I'm taking the
I don't
Suns.
know. Actually, I think I'm gonna go Mavs. The Mavs have been playing really good. Like their role players are kind of like getting it together. And if there's some team that they're gonna take down like on the road, it's gonna be the Suns. And Luka usually just there'll probably be a fight.
There's only one team he hates more than the Clippers.
Luka and D-Book probably gonna get into it, and obviously I'm gonna take Luka over D-Book a million times.
I'll never forget that picture of him, Luka, smiling up at Devin Booker at the free throw line. Like that just is so funny.
The score down at the bottom was
Yeah.
78 to like 40.
He's such a dick.
I
love it.
You don't fuck with Luka.
No, I don't does.
You don't fuck with Luka or Jokic.
But when they team up, when Luka and
my
Jokic
God.
team up, oh, it's over.
When their bench is fucking James Johnson and fucking
Just hitters.
and Nick Young.
Yeah.
God,
So,
Yuta
that's-
Watanabe.
That you're right though, Corey. That is a pretty great spread.
The Christmas games are usually good.
Sometimes though they just throw in teams who like have big names but aren't very. I don't know. Last year it was.
Man, my favorite Christmas Day memories when we were shit that year, and Draymond played, and Curry and Clay didn't play. We played with Houston. Houston was 1 seed. It was tough as hell.
Oh
Play
God.
Houston. Man, Damian Lee had like 15 and 18.
Oh yeah, we talked about
Yeah,
this
we talked
already.
about this.
Damian Lee.
I don't even remember who did we play on. I don't even know if we played on Christmas last year.
Yeah, you guys did.
Who we played like the Bucks.
Let me look at
Celtics play every year.
20.
On Christmas usually.
I want to know who we
Knicks.
played.
Knicks always play. on
Or
Christmas.
Knicks. We could have played the Knicks.
Who was it last year?
I don't know. The Bucks play on Christmas a lot. I think
Oh.
Sixers Bucks was last year.
Weird. Yeah, we had a weird slate.
Last year.
Yeah. Well, so it was Sixers and Knicks.
Yeah. Okay.
Started it out, and then it went Celtics and Bucks.
Yeah. See, I thought we played the Bucks. Did we win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it went Lakers and Mavs.
What?
Ew.
And then
Was that a playoff rematch?
No, that was just.
Luka versus LeBron.
Yeah.
Just one stars.
And then it was Warriors and Memphis, and we killed them.
Yeah.
That was.
because that's when Klay Thompson
Yep.
was looking at Dylan Brooks. And
That
then,
was Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then it was Denver and Suns
Damn.
that last game. And
Interesting
D-Book didn't even play in that game.
Pussy.
Never does.
But that's all we have for this episode. We want to wrap it up there.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys for tuning into the Barrel Talk podcast. Hope to see you tune in the future episodes.
You're
Yep.